members of Congress, other races that we're going to be playing, not just defense in a tough year, we're promised succeed when he ran for president, and it's going to be at the heart of what's going to make us successful in November and in pushing through the policy agenda that matters to this president. So thanks for coming out.